Hey everybody, welcome to another deep dive. Today we're getting a little bit messy.
Yeah, we're talking about cement.
Cement, specifically.
Non-shrink hydraulic cement.
Non-shrink hydraulic cement.
That's right.
And we're going deep on this thanks to a blog post by Aang.
Yeah, Hang. He's an old software plumber, as he describes himself.
Oh, wow, interesting combo.
Yeah, he blogs about all kinds of things on his site, kianmeng.org, from gardening to programming to home improvement.
Yeah, and this is actually part of his home improvement series.
This is part 71.
Part 71. So we know he's been doing this for a while.
Yeah, he's got lots of experience to share.
So this non-shrink hydraulic cement,
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds a little intense.
It does sound intense.
Like, when would I need that?
But it's actually surprisingly useful.
Okay.
For everyday cracks and leaks around the house.
So, just like normal wear and tear kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So what is it about this cement that makes it so special?
The name kind of gives it away.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't shrink.
Right.
It dries, which is a game changer for creating a lasting, watertight seal.
Oh, so it's like the opposite of most cement that kind of shrinks and cracks as it dries.
Exactly. Regular cement tends to shrink a little bit as it cures, which can leave, those little vulnerabilities, especially when it's exposed to moisture.
Yeah.
But hydraulic cement, on the other hand, actually expands slightly.
Oh, wow.
As it sets, creating a super tight bond.
So that's how it really locks out the leaks.
Yeah, it locks out those leaks and it keeps those cracks from reappearing.
It's amazing. So Aang was using this for...
Yeah.
I mean, he lives in a tropical climate, right?
He does, yeah.
And I imagine that's pretty rough on exterior surfaces.
Yeah, it can be really tough.
So what was he doing with this?
Well, in his blog post, he was using it to repair some holes in his front yard walls and pillars. And he actually talks about using two different methods for application.
Okay.
He first talks about sprinkling the powder directly onto the damaged area and then spraying it with water. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's a little unusual, right?
Yeah, don't usually mix it up first in
Yeah, usually you pre-mix it with water.
Right.
But this powder first approach
Is interesting.
It's fascinating.
Why would you do it that way?
Well, it could be that it's better for very precise repairs.
Oh, okay.
Especially in tight spaces where pre-mixed cement might be too messy.
Makes sense.
But you definitely need to be...
I'm a pro.
You need to know what you're doing because it sets really fast.
Yeah, that sounds a little risky if you don't know.
Yeah, high risk, high reward.
Exactly.
Now, he also used the more traditional pre-mixing method for some of the repairs.
Right.
And it's worth reminding folks that even when you pre-mix it, non-shrink hydraulic cement sets very quickly.
Yeah.
You got to work fast.
You got to be ready to go.
You got to be ready.
So, okay, this is all sounding really cool. But for our listener out there who's maybe got a project in mind, when would they actually use this non-shrink hydraulic cement? Oh, the possibilities are endless. I mean, if you've got cracks in your concrete foundation, this stuff's perfect for sealing those up.
Okay.
Or maybe you have a leaky basement wall, hydraulic cement to the rescue. It's also great for repairing swimming pools or fountains.
Because of the water?
Because it can handle that constant water pressure.
Wow.
And you can even use it to anchor bolts or posts in concrete.
Really?
So many uses.
So it's pretty much the super cement.
It's a superhero of cement, yeah.
Wow. Okay, so Aang has clearly done this a few times.
Yeah.
I mean, 71 parts in his home improvement series.
He's clearly passionate about this stuff.
So, if you are interested in learning more about Aang's previous cement experiments, we'll link to his blog in the show notes.
Usually check out.
Because, I mean, who knew cement could be so interesting?
Right. There's always something new to learn.
Now, we've talked about what makes non-shrink hydraulic cement unique.
Yeah.
We've talked about why it's such a good choice compared to regular cement or wall putty.
Especially in those demanding conditions.
But to really understand its superpowers,
yes,
we need to dive into the science behind it.
Let's get a little technical.
Are you ready to get technical?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. But first, we're going to take a little break and we'll be back in just a minute.
All right, so let's talk about the science behind non-shrink hydraulic cement.
Okay, so what's going on at a molecular level here?
It all comes down to a chemical reaction called hydration.
Hydration. So it's not just about adding water.
It's more than just getting it wet.
There's some serious chemistry happening.
Yeah, there's some serious chemistry going on here. Hydraulic cement contains special compounds like calcium aluminates, and these react with water in a very specific way.
Calcium aluminates, those sound pretty intense.
They are intense, and they're the key players in what makes hydraulic cement so unique.
Okay.
When they react with water, they form a crystalline structure. kind of like tiny building blocks locking together.
So those tiny crystals are what give it its strength.
Precisely. And here's the cool part. Unlike regular cement, which shrinks a little as it dries, these crystals in hydraulic cement actually expand slightly during this hydration process.
Oh, wow. So it expands.
It expands.
I thought you'd want it to shrink to, like, fill in those gaps and cracks.
I know it seems counterintuitive.
Yeah.
But that subtle expansion is what creates that super tight seal.
Oh, so it's like...
It forces the cement into every nook and cranny, ensuring a bond that's both strong and resistant to water.
Like it's locking itself in place, like at a microscopic level.
Exactly. That's why it's so effective at sealing leaks under pressure. It can withstand the force of water trying to push through.
So it's like it's almost fighting back against the water.
It's fighting back.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
And that's why Ang chose this type of cement for his yard. He needed something that could really stand up to the elements.
Especially in that tropical climate.
Exactly. And remember those two application methods he talked about?
Yeah.
Pre-mixing and the powder-first approach.
That powder-first approach is so interesting.
It's pretty wild.
But it seems a little risky.
It does.
What are the advantages of doing it that way?
Well, one advantage is that applying the powder directly and then spraying it with water allows for really precise targeting.
Okay.
You can really get that cement into those hard-to-reach spots.
So it's all about precision.
And speed, because remember, it still sets really fast.
Oh, right. You got to work quickly.
Yeah, you got to work quickly.
So it's like for a very specific situation.
Yeah. It's definitely a technique best suited for certain situations and maybe not for the average DIYer.
Right.
But in the right hands, it can be very effective.
Yeah, it seems like it's definitely a pro move.
It's a pro move.
Okay, so we've covered the what and the why of non-shrink hydraulic cement.
We have.
But for our listener who's ready to tackle a project,
yes,
let's talk about the how.
Let's get practical.
What are some practical tips and tricks for actually using this stuff? Okay, so we're ready to get our hands dirty.
Let's talk about how to actually use this stuff.
Yeah, what are some tips?
Well, first things first, safety. First, always wear gloves and eye protection when you're working with any kind of cement.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Safety gear is a must.
Definitely.
Okay, so what else do we need to know?
Surface preparation is key. You want to make sure the area you're working on is clean and dry and free of any loose debris.
So it's got to be like a nice, smooth surface.
Yeah, you need a good foundation for the cement to bond properly.
That makes sense. And I know this stuff sets quickly.
It does.
So any tips for dealing with that?
Working in small batches is crucial.
Okay.
Only mix as much as you can use within a few minutes.
So you don't want to like mix up a whole big batch.
Right. You don't want to end up with a bucket of unusable cement.
And then when you are mixing it,
yeah,
what's the ideal consistency?
You're looking for a workable paste.
Okay.
Not too runny, not too thick.
So like Goldilocks.
Yeah, just right. Just right.
A good workable paste will spread easily and fill those cracks and gaps effectively.
Okay, and we talked about those two different application methods.
Is there like a preferred one?
The traditional pre-mixing method is generally recommended for most repairs.
Okay.
But like we said, directly applying the powder and then spraying can be good for those targeted fixes.
Right, especially in like those tight spaces.
Exactly.
So it sounds like, pick your method depending on the project.
Yeah, it really depends on the project and your comfort level.
Yeah, if you're a beginner, maybe stick with pre-mixing.
Yeah, pre-mixing is probably a safer bet.
Okay, good advice. Good advice.
And then once the cement is applied.
Yeah. What about like aftercare?
Keeping the repaired area moist for a few days can help the cement cure properly.
Okay.
You can mist it with water periodically or cover it with a damp cloth.
So you got to keep it a little bit wet.
Yeah, just a little bit of TLC during the curing process can make a big difference.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I think I'm ready to tackle a project with this stuff now.
That's great to hear. Remember, even though it sounds like a specialized material,
yeah,
non-shrink hydraulic cement can be really useful.
You just got to know how to use it.
Exactly. There's always something new to learn in the world of DIY.
Absolutely. Well, this has been another fascinating deep dive.
It has.
We hope you learned something new.
We hope you're inspired to tackle a project or two.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.